Today we're going to talk about the Olympics, excellence, and what I call the 20-year test. If you haven't noticed, we are in the middle of the Summer Olympics. If you turn on your TV, you got 14 different channels showing a wide variety of sports, many of which you've probably never seen before. Now, as you can imagine, I am a huge Olympics fan, being that I work with Olympic athletes, I work with the coaches and trainers to Olympic athletes, and I find the Olympics a fascinating, if you will, scientific experiment in technique and movement and all those cool things that I enjoy. Now, if you're not into sports, if you're not into movement, if you don't like the Olympics, there's still some really cool stuff to think about. One of the things that comes up all the time when they do these amazing interviews with these athletes is you get people saying, well, I've spent the last 20 years of my life working toward a race that's going to end in less than 10 seconds. And I personally find that absolutely phenomenal and very interesting when we consider all the stuff that we see in the general world. Whenever we look at people and their adherence to exercise programs, again, I work with coaches and doctors and therapists, and the number one complaint I get is I have a hard time getting people to do their stuff, to do their rehab, to stay active. And when we look at failure rates in exercise programs around the world, the failure rate's around 80%, meaning about 80% of people that start an exercise program do not stick with it for more than a few months. I personally believe a lot of that comes down to the fact that we ask people to do things that they don't love. When you look at a runner, a sprinter, someone that rides horses, whatever in the Olympics, these people have dedicated vast amounts of time, often 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 hours a day for 20 years to become good at one thing. And I believe the only way that you can do that is if you absolutely love it. So the lesson for me, for you, for the Olympics, is to look forward in your life and go, can I see 20 years from now myself doing the same thing that I'm doing now? Can I see myself in the same gym, doing the same exercises 20 years from today's date? Because if you can't, it may mean that you actually need to expand your thinking about what your options are. If you can, awesome, you found the thing that you love, and I would say get coaching and get amazing at it. Get as good at it as you can, because if you find that drive, that love for something, the perseverance and the changes that occur in you as you persevere through that are amazing. But, as I said, a lot of people that I work with, they kind of go through the motions. They start an exercise program like, it's okay. It's okay. They do this over and over and over. And so what we encourage and actually train our professionals to become are what we call options facilitators. We work from people, needing pain rehab or pain relief and rehabilitation from injury all the way up through a wide variety of sports. And we actually train our advanced trainers to teach different sports, because our whole goal has always been to help people find the thing that they love. So what I found is that when you look 20 years in the future, it will often eliminate some of the things from your life that you currently don't enjoy doing. Now, it doesn't mean that we don't have to do some stuff, right? Everyone that trains hard eventually has something break and you have to rehabilitate that, and that's fine. We all understand that. But what I'm asking you to think about in this week's video is I want you to think about, is there anything regarding movement that you're passionate about? Is there anything, if you're not passionate about, is there anything you've even been curious about? Because if you've been curious, that is a great place to start. So as you go forward this week, if you get a chance, watch some of the Olympic Games, watch some of the interviews. Even if you don't like sports, it's fascinating to listen to these people and see what real perseverance toward one specific goal can do in shaping an entire life. So this is the kind of stuff I think about all the time. I hope you find it interesting, and more importantly, like I said, make sure that you take the test. Think 20 years in the future. If you're happy with where you're at, awesome. If not, explore your options. Thanks.
Put the other one in your hand and then pull one out. Yeah, perfect.
All righty.